Welcome to the show.
Welcome back.
Welcome to the show.
The Wagon podcast. We're back. I can finally touch you while we talk to each other.
Yeah, that's
good.
Why. That's sweet. 2, 1. Okay.
Oh, right.
Wow.
Tag.
Welcome in.
We're back,
We're so
baby.
bad. I missed you.
Missed you too. I know.
I didn't have anyone to hang out with.
No
recording. And you are having a tough time.
What the f***? We're here.
We're here. Here it is.
Episode 59.
59. You knew that.
I did know that.
Right. This is our new studio.
I was gonna say our new LA studio here.
Yep.
Very big moves. Yet to decorate fully.
Well, actually, I spent a lot of time on it, so
Painted it himself.
pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
As you can see, we are decorted today because it is
St. Patrick's Day.
St. Patrick's Day.
And Selection Sunday.
and Selection Sunday.
Yes.
Right.
You forgot. You missed the memo. You hate Irish people.
Well, no, I wouldn't say that.
You're just dressing up as a bunny today.
I am. Most days I'm a bunny.
Yeah.
Some
And you
don't
mixed
know.
up your days.
Right, and now of course they're like confused, everyone, because they're like, it's St. Patrick's Day. You should be dressing up as a Shamrock.
Yeah.
As an Irish person, which I also am dressed up as every day.
Yes.
So.
Right.
Because I am one. And
You're usually dressed up as an Irish bunny,
an
which
Irish
is what you are. You're an Irish bunny.
And today is no exception, as you can see. Green shirt.
Irish bunny.
Green shirt. Bunny. Truth be told, we went into CVS. Not a whole lot of St. Patrick's Day decorations left on St. Patrick's Day, except for these.
If you're listening, which I know you're not, I am draped in
26 people did last
26. True.
Yeah.
Shout out to. I am draped in light up green clovers.
Yes, right. Light up green clovers
Yes.
all over his face. I also have light up blue bunny ears.
Right.
Pretty sweet.
Yes.
Pretty sweet. Feeling really good.
One piece of advice for St. Patrick's Day.
Please.
If you meet a girl at the bar that has a "Kiss Me, I'm Irish" thing on her head that says "Kiss Me, I'm Irish," don't listen to her. Just don't do it.
You don't. It's maybe like, hey, this is fun. I'm gonna go elsewhere.
Yeah, or like a ton of people are Irish.
Ton of people.
Being Irish is a normal being anything is normal.
Really, one.
First off. Second off. People are Irish.
A lot of people are.
Just because you're Irish doesn't mean I'm gonna swap spit with you. You know.
Right. And
but
it
did in that case.
It gives you the insinuation that just perhaps, she was
not.
I don't want to say
Irish.
Might be kissing a lot of people that night, which is fine. Maybe not for you. Maybe not for me.
This is all hypothetical.
It's all hypothetical. First of all, we're not thinking of any specific situation.
No, because we can't even drink because we're Irish.
That's like Irish love the drink.
Right.
Love it.
I'm so confused.
Love it.
The ears are throwing me off.
I know.
Because bunnies don't drink.
No. They're too busy laying eggs.
Too busy making chocolate.
Yeah, exactly. And on Easter Island.
Right.
No. The "Kiss Me, I'm Irish" thing might be a red flag.
Scam.
Might be a scam. Turns out might be a scam. Yeah.
Got me.
Yeah.
Scam. Not me.
I remember last night when
No, we don't not good.
I was
We don't have to do
I was
this.
looking at you and you
Don't.
and she
No,
used it.
I didn't know. I didn't go out last night.
Right.
Because I was busy
Right.
decorating.
That's true. Someone had to do it. You think this happened? Things didn't take 24 hours.
No, dude. This is like. You think this is Rome? What do you think they built this place in a day?
Still not getting. A year ago today we were there.
We were in Rome.
A year ago today. Yeah.
But that being said, sports podcast. Very busy.
Really busy.
Sports
really busy.
week.
Hugely busy day. That was me, I think, knocking on the wall.
Okay, cool.
With my very bouncy chair.
I thought we had a guest at the studio.
Oh, wouldn't be a shock. Wouldn't be a shock
if some other big sports media personality walked through the doors. So
could be anyone.
Yeah, just be on high alert if you're listening if you hear Stephen A.
tornadoes,
Smith back there or something like that.
Earthquakes.
Stephen A.
Smith, because we're
really
in LA.
audible.
We are in LA.
Okay, we're back.
Yeah, we're still back.
Episode 59. Any athletes you got? I looked it up because I couldn't think of any. There's one you should know.
59.
Yeah.
59.
Yeah, you should know one.
59. What sport?
Football.
Football.
No, football.
Oh, I was like, really?
American
Football. 59. Luke Kuechly?
Luke Kuechly.
Wow.
Yeah. I was going to give you any hints, but I didn't. Yeah.
Wow. That's all I can think of.
Luke Kuechly. And there was other dudes, but
Boston
whatever.
College.
Yes.
Eagle.
Yeah.
I think.
Oh!
Something like that.
Yeah, something like that. All right.
So as you can see, we're not online anymore.
We're not. We're in person. We are in person.
Let's just circle back.
We will be virtual
again,
probably soon. Certainly soon.
Probably, yes, definitely.
Certainly
I'm
soon.
coming with you. I'm
Yeah.
coming back with you.
That would be huge for me. Yeah, so we're in LA. For me, it's
Nice.
spring break.
Yeah.
Matt is living here. This is his dorm room.
Yes.
And truth be told.
What? That's
Yeah.
weird.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
You guys should see it. See what I'm looking at.
Yeah, a lot of concrete.
So many hot girls behind the camera.
Yeah, well, that's just how it roll. Anyway, what are we going to talk about today?
That's the thing.
Okay.
That's the thing.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
No, there's
Been a bunch.
We're getting like so much
Sports.
sports has been happening. Obviously, Pat's doc stuff we'll get into.
Yes.
Selection centers today, but we're going to delay that for a couple days. Let our minds marinate with the bracket,
Right.
learn it,
Right.
memorize it.
Yes.
We also have a lot of other NFL free agency stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a lot's been going on in the sports world. Today was the Players' Championship.
Yes.
The Indian Wells, if you watch
Ooh,
tennis,
tennis.
which I do, which I don't know what happened in that final. I'd love to figure that out.
Okay, that'd
I can
be a
give
good
that
one.
a Google at
That'd
the
be a good
break.
Can you let us,
Yep.
producers on it?
Thank you. Oh, Alcaraz won in straight sets. Sweet.
Sweet.
Thank you.
Thank you for that.
What else has been going on?
Plain just said.
Um,
So Pat's documentary review. Patriots just finished.
NFL free agency.
And then we'll dive into the Patriots free agency and all their moves, and maybe sprinkle in a little other.
Like, what
NFL
else has been
free agency.
happening in the sports world? We haven't talked in a while. I've
know.
also been super clocked out on sports, I would say.
Okay.
Took a little social media break,
Nice.
which I have been on for like a year.
Yes.
But like I deleted Twitter and
Whoa.
everything. Yeah.
That's unlike you.
Needed it, but I'll get it back. But I have it back now. But
Nice.
like I haven't been following the Celtics day to day, all these roster moves and stuff. So I'm a little behind in the sports world. I'll be honest with you. That being said, I am still a wizard.
That's true. You are.
A knower of all.
Yeah. Three-eyed Raven.
Three-eyed Raven, if you will.
Three-eyed Raven.
Right.
We've seen a bunch of Ravens today,
Tons. Right when we started talking about him, actually.
which is weird because I've never really clocked a bunch of Ravens here. All of
Yeah.
a sudden, it seems like they started following us.
Three-eyed Raven.
So something to
shout out.
look out for.
Shout out.
Something to look out for there.
Bran.
Yeah. Good,
Shout out.
Good guy, Bran. All
Spoiler.
right, yeah, we're gonna get into it. I don't have full disclosure. I did not take a single note for today.
This is kind of a free ball episode.
It's gonna be
This
bad.
is also Sunday.
March 17th.
Yes, the day
St.
of
Patrick's Day.
selection.
Yeah,
The Lord's Day.
for one.
I am
Saints
getting
Day.
on a flight in a little bit,
Soon.
and it's the last day of my California
It is hiatus.
spring break trip.
Yes. Well.
So
yes. Oh yeah, you went to the Lakers game.
I did go to the Lakers game yesterday.
Nearly courtside.
Yeah, nearly seventh row.
That's cool. How was that experience?
That was unreal. Unlike anything I've ever done.
That's awesome.
I mean, Lakers, Warriors, two of my least favorite teams
Mhm.
in all of sports. Two borderline poverty franchises.
Yes.
Two play-in teams. So like,
Right. Yet,
not like a-
somehow the marquee matchup of the
marquee
NBA.
matchup. I mean,
Yep.
it's because their franchises are so historic, but like
Yeah,
both
and
teams
Steph
blow.
Yeah.
It was cool to see Steph and LeBron. Obviously,
Yeah.
LeBron is awesome. Anthony Davis got hurt in the first quarter. The story of the game was kind of all the celebrities were there,
Right.
and it was super high scoring.
Were
I
you-
was
did they
there.
put you on the
They put me on the jumbotron, but I was like, guys.
Guys.
And then I like chugged 5 beers.
Wagon podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was sick. I saw that.
A lot of celebrities: Djokovic,
Nice.
J-Lo,
J-Lo was right there.
J-Lo and Ben
Yep.
Affleck,
Yep.
Kim K,
Very
Baboni,
Nice.
Baboni,
Who?
your brother, Baboni,
Baboni.
Baboni,
Who?
Baboni,
I got nothing.
Baboni,
There's still nothing.
Baboni.
Nope.
Okay. Baboni, you probably don't know him.
No, I'm thinking no. At this point.
Baboni.
My brother, apparently.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny. All right.
Right.
I'm good, Bunny.
Good Bunny.
Good Bunny.
That was cool though. And then with like 3 minutes left, they took a LeBron 3-pointer off this.
I saw that.
Like they just wiped it away.
It was on where I was, and so I was tuning in and seeing it. And
Yeah.
I saw that.
He
I
was
like,
out
"Whoa."
of bounds, but like
It was so sick.
it was 5 plays later.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, they
I heard the
wiped it
fourth
off.
quarter took absurdly long.
They ran 3 seconds off the clock, and it took 16 minutes, which
Gotta be. Seems like a
Father
red,
Time probably hated that.
Right.
Yeah.
And seems like a red flag for the way we're flowing NBA games. And
Yes,
don't do
made
that.
it a lot less
Don't do
enjoyable.
that. Yeah.
Mhm.
Don't do that.
Yeah, but other than that, it was cool. It was really fun.
Nice. We ventured to Malibu Friday.
Yes,
That
and
place
San
was
Diego.
gorgeous. And San Diego a week ago.
Yep.
That place was also gorgeous.
Very gorgeous.
2 gorgeous places.
Yes.
Doesn't
Future studios, both places.
beat both
probably,
places
for the
probably.
Wagon.
Doesn't beat Dorchester. That's for sure.
I mean, what could?
Doesn't beat Brighton.
What could?
Doesn't beat Plymouth.
Doesn't beat Brighton.
No,
Why'd you
I
say
don't know.
Brighton?
I'm just throwing surrounding Boston towns.
Yeah. Doesn't beat
and
North
then-
Andover.
Not it. Well, rolling right along.
All
Gives
right.
me a Irish. All right, we're
All
gonna go get into sports.
Pat stock, yeah.
Pat stock.
I also haven't seen them all, so.
Yeah, I mean, you've only missed one. You've only missed one.
I know.
You've only missed one. All right, we're gonna pause now because now we're on a camera again, so we have to make sure it doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this will probably be out in like 5 days. So it'll be harder for us to edit.
No. Tonight. All right, Patriots documentary, The Dynasty, just
Yes.
wrapped up. 10 episodes. Quite a run here for our guy.
Our darling Tom.
Yep, there he is. So a lot of craziness in that doc. What do you think? What were your favorite parts about it? I'll start with that.
All right. Well, my favorite parts were still like all the montages.
Me too.
And just the hypeness of reliving all those amazing moments.
Mhm.
I also enjoyed seeing the personable side of Tom Brady,
Me
which
too.
we had never really seen. And like the end of his career, he was obviously like this TB12 method guy that like seems like a superhuman. And seeing him in the early episodes and even the later ones where he was like just a guy, like let's grab a beer, let's do this, blah, blah, blah. I think that was awesome.
Really cool.
What about you?
Yeah, I agree. I think the earlier episodes. I think the earlier episodes. I don't know if I want to say I liked more, but I think I enjoyed watching them more just because
we didn't experience
exactly. So it was really like I was going back in time about something that I've always heard about and I'm familiar with. Really like I was actually living that for the first time. So that was more fun. And then as it got on, it's almost like I didn't realize how like. This is gonna sound dumb, but like a lot of this stuff was like painful. It's like like Deflategate and them like leaving. Obviously, they spent a lot of time on that. And the Eagles loss and Malcolm Butler being benched.
Right.
It got a lot really negative. Like really
it got
quickly.
very negative.
Like
at the end.
really negative. And so I was like, oh man. And then I was like taking me back to like the earlier episodes where I was like, this is just like awesome.
It was weird
you know?
that like I mean obviously the way like stories work, it's like there's the climax,
course,
the apex,
of
and
course.
then the what is the
Falling action,
Is that what it's called?
And the resolution.
What's the opposite of a climax?
the rising action.
No, but like what's the like what's it? Yeah, all right. Rising action, falling action, I guess.
Rising action, climax.
Oh, climax
falling
is the
action,
very peak.
resolution. Yeah,
right,
yeah,
because that's
right. Peak. You got it.
right.
Right.
Something. Yeah, right.
Yep.
Right. So what was I saying?
Yes.
Well, the first couple Super Bowls with the rising action,
Yes.
were a lot more enjoyable because it's like the dynasty is being built,
Right.
and then they painted the last 3 Super Bowls like the dynasty is falling apart, which it was.
It was, but also we were winning.
It
Super
was, but
Bowls.
we won 3 Super Bowls, and
Right.
it was like this is the worst year in Patriots history,
Ever.
and they won 3 Super Bowls every time. It was like, oh, like they hate each other.
Hate each other.
This
Yeah.
is brutal.
Yeah.
So why is that something you said you like? Oh, you said for the early ones.
Yeah, for the early ones. Yeah, the
Okay,
early ones. Yeah.
right.
So I like that. But yeah, and you need to I would definitely recommend watching the episode that we missed because that was definitely the last one that was like
Kind of fun.
the game 49 Super Bowl 49 was
Yeah.
really fun. Now that was more outside world throwing things at us because it was Deflategate. But yeah, I think that was really great. I loved what we got of Tom. I wish we got more, but I also know that they had just done the Man in Arena a couple years ago. That one with Tom. So, and there was some stuff at the end with him that I was shocked we got. I thought it was gonna when he was like, I think last episode when he was like, yeah, I just want to keep things private. I thought he was gonna cut there, but they let him keep going a little bit. So that was cool for me. And I think you might have a little bit of differing opinion. For me, like the best part about this documentary is Kraft. And now I know it might be a little bit contrived, might be the word. Because it's like, yeah, clearly, like it seems like he's controlling narrative a bit. That being said, I'm not going to hold that against him because it seems like everyone was given the opportunity to control the narrative. Like Belichick, like no one was forcing Belichick to answer the way he did. And no one was forcing Brady to answer the way he did. Kraft just decided to step up and just be completely transparent. Obviously, that's going to be a little bit favoring his view of things, and he sort of comes across as like, yeah, I was just trying my best.
Right, but also I think every time someone was being interviewed, they like you could hear the questioner's voice being like, "Why did you do this? Like, why did you bench Malcolm Butler?" And then Bill Belichick was like,
Yeah.
But then when it was Robert Kraft, he was just like telling the story.
Yeah.
Like, he was almost narrating it.
Yes.
So I think that's where the people thinks that like he built the narratives of each episode and stuff because it was kind of from his point of view, and then everyone else had to like either counter it or support it.
For sure. Yeah. I just think like I kept being like the whole time, every time they got to Bill, and he'd be like,
Well,
yeah.
Bill Belichick,
And I'm like, dude, you
painted
could've-
in the worst possible light.
I think so, but I'm like, if he had just said like acted like a normal person,
But he's not.
he's just not a normal person.
So he's not.
He's just
Yeah.
not a normal person. So it's like, man, it's tough.
I know.
It's tough. I do like that they ended on a high note though, as they should have, with the defensive clinic that he put on in 53.
Right, that was like
53.
his.
So that was good. What I did not like was how little they dialed into the actual games, which is kind of to be expected. So I'm not like pissed about it. It's more of just like this. If you're going into this having never watched football, started this year, don't really know the history that well, and you're like, I want to get the history of the Patriots, that is not an accurate telling. It's like seven. I don't know. It's like it's got a lot of the off field things are like cool. Now you can know everything that happened off the games. Yeah,
I feel like every single documentary now is built for someone that's like never seen what the documentary's about. Like no one's ever seen football, and they're like making a Patriots documentary about.
Yeah,
team. It's like why don't we get a couple documentaries that like dive deep into football? Because there's some people that love football that would love to dive deeper into it.
Yes.
Like when they mentioned in that Rams Super Bowl, he was like, "Oh, we switched to zone for the first time in my career."
Give me 30 minutes on that,
and it was unreal. Even
cool.
Just saying that was
like,
this is awesome.
This is one of the
if we could do that for every Super Bowl, that'd be awesome.
Yes, and like the first Eagles Super Bowl, they montaged through that. I'm like, what? I'm like, I don't know. There has been like, there's a documentary for every Super Bowl, so like, yeah, we don't need to go into it as much. And like, even Super Bowl 51, I think that's the greatest sporting event of all time. They just montage through 51. Yeah. Like, I would have loved more of like Josh McDaniels or even like Matt Patricia being like, yeah, I just told Hightower, like, if you can get to Matt Ryan, like, that changes the game. Or, like, go into the fact that it was so insane that the Falcons were throwing at that point.
Right.
And, like, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, it's overtime. Okay, yeah. Like, and, like, obviously the Pioli quote was amazing, the Freddy Krueger quote. But, like, I just wish we went into the gameplay a little more because it was just so much like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I would love to see that, too, obviously. I think it's cool to see the narratives and stuff.
Yeah.
But, yeah, some gameplay would be really fun. But also, like...
I get what they were trying to do.
They don't want to, like, definitely Bill Belichick doesn't want to give away any of his...
Yeah, that's true. The thing is, again, Boston Connor said this on the McAfee show, like, it should not be called the Dynasty. Like, if you're going to do that, call it something like the Evil Empire or something. Then I would be like, oh, cool, yeah. This is what this is about. It's more about
It's more the business side with Kraft and everything.
Everything
and
surrounding it.
Worked.
Right. And so, yeah, I'm trying to think where else to go. What was crazy was, really to me, the last two episodes... All the past years, I have been like sort of naively giving Brady and Belichick almost the benefit of the doubt. Where like even if we see things leak out, like the Seth Wickersham article, which hinted at at this, which was like, hey, they actually hate each other. And then, but even then, it's like what does that really mean? Like nothing leaked ever. Nothing ever got out. We had no idea it was this bad. It was just all this like speculation. And Boston people and New England people, Patriots fans, would always be like, that's just the media, like typical media trying to be anti-Pats, trying to take us down. So what? Brady missed an optional like mini camp in June. Like he's with his family. Like it's not a big deal at all. It's all overblown. And I was totally a believer in that. Even when he left, I thought it was much more a roster thing. Where it was like, all right, look, this roster just isn't where it needs to go. I'm going to leave. And he wanted to go somewhere warm. That's literally what I thought it was. Mm-hmm. Turns out, after all this time...
They didn't talk at all.
They did not speak.
Nope.
All of the speculation was like completely right and not even all of the picture. It was actually worse.
Even in the past years when we were like, oh, even if Belichick gets fired or doesn't resign another year extension, like... I'm sure he talks to Kraft all the time because like they have to because it's like
we've said that a bunch. We're like, dude, they have to.
They got to talk. Like that's just how organizations work. They don't.
Never.
They don't.
Literally, Brady again. Really crazy. I love Matt Slater. We've never gotten because he's Matt Slater. He's a special teamer. We don't get that much of him. We got a lot of him in this documentary. How open he was, especially I think probably knowing he was going to retire, but him being like, dude, yeah, Tom would ask me to relay messages to Bill. Yeah. That's nuts.
I know. They made Bill out to be a real enemy. I wonder how it's going to look in the coming years with like... Because if the narrative becomes the way this documentary was sought out to look, Bill Belichick will be not remembered what he should be as, and Tom Brady will be the greatest. Like, he is the greatest, you could say, athlete. I don't think he is, whatever. But, like we agree that they have to go hand in hand to be one.
Yes.
But that last episode when they were like, Kraft was like, I would have kept Brady if Bill Belichick left. And then obviously Brady went on to win a Super Bowl and then we were garbage for 3 years. So do that with what you will. But like that, I don't know, man.
Tricky.
It's going to be ugly, I think. I think he's going to be, his reputation will be tainted.
Again, the thing is, I'm like, dude, like if he had just, it's such like if you had just come off as personable, it wouldn't be this way.
But he's not.
But he's just not. It's just not who he is. It's just, it's never going to be who he is. Mm-hmm. Like, he is so, like, he is a machine. He is a cold, calculating machine. And that's why we won 6 Super Bowls. Here's another thing. I've said this before. But it's like, people are going to like take shots at Bill Belichick after this documentary.
Yeah.
And it's ridiculous. Because it's like, because I understand, but at the same time, it's like he won 6 Super Bowls.
Right.
So it worked.
It worked. So it's like, if you're going for winning Super Bowls, awesome.
It worked.
I love it. But
you cannot complain.
Everyone hated going to work. It'd be like...
He's going to get remembered in a pretty crazy way.
I don't know, though. I think a lot of real football knowers would be like, this dude was a savant.
He is. He was a savant.
Yeah.
Savant in every sense of the word.
But also doesn't have a job.
Doesn't have a job.
That was before the documentary came out.
And it's like...
Did people in the football world know that everyone hates playing for him? Like, I bet owners know that for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. And like Kraft coming out and saying, my coach was a pain in my ass.
Yes. Yep. But won Super Bowls. So.
Won 6 of them.
I know.
Won more than anyone ever. And he's better than anyone's ever been at his job.
This is all thanks to that guy on the fucking Jets. What was his name? Mangini.
I really think Mangini is
ruined
to blame.
Bill Belichick.
Ruined.
Because he looked awesome before then.
Awesome.
And then he betrayed him.
And he was like, cool, I'll never trust
anyone
ever again.
Who was it? No, it wasn't Patricia. It was Josh McDaniels. Mm-hmm. It was like on the Malcolm Butler thing. Was it Malcolm Butler thing? He's like, yeah, I still have no fucking clue why that hasn't happened. Like, why that happened.
The Malcolm Butler benching will remain one of the most insane
biggest
mysteries
ever
in Boston sports, in sports history, and Boston sports history certainly. What was that?
Yeah, I know. And every player was like, I don't fucking know. And then the fact that Malcolm Butler was like, I have no idea why this is. And Kraft was like, I'm sure it's some personal issue between the two of them. But like Malcolm Butler would have said something by now if it was a personal issue.
And he seems so genuine. I've seen him talk a couple times, and Malcolm just seems like a good dude.
Yeah.
He was like, dude, I don't know, man.
I don't know.
And then Bill's reaction was so telling. He addressed the interviewer directly. He was like, Matt, hey, that's my name. He was like, Matt, we talked about this.
Matt, we've talked about this. And then he's like, I haven't asked you this question before. And then Bill Belichick sits like this for literally 8 seconds.
That was it.
I wanted to see how long you'd go for.
That was about how long it was.
Yeah, it was. It was very awkward.
It was insane.
Very awkward.
Like, dude, what do you think?
I know the thing is it's not like that is the narrative that's painted around him. Like, and then you could paint him in a happy light. It's just like that's just how he is as a person.
It's just how he is. That's what I'm saying.
It's
like it's just how he is. So
it's just the way that guy is.
Yeah, I mean,
but winner.
Wow, do I love Tom Brady?
Tom Brady's awesome.
Yeah, he is awesome.
It really is the evil empire. He really is Vader.
He's Vader.
Yeah.
He turns at the end.
Yeah.
Like, turns back to the light side at the end. As it pains me to say.
Yeah.
Him going to Tampa. It's crazy because obviously when it happened, I was like, yeah, of course he's going to go live in sunny Florida. Like, things will be easier
He's
for
45.
him. Bruce Arians, right. But after watching that documentary, everything that he's went through, Wes Welker calling him an abused dog.
Yeah,
Randy
and
Moss,
being like, you got to get out of here.
You got to get all of this. And he went through that for 20 years.
And the stuff in the team meetings where like just the awkward silence between them two as well.
Oh my God. I had all this stuff we had no idea.
How about the trainer too?
Guerrero.
Yeah.
That I
kicked out of the team facilities, the team play and everything.
That was the only part that we got, like when it was happening. And everyone was like, that's weird.
That's fucking weird.
Yeah, it's like Tom Brady, 41 years old or something when it happened, super athlete. How is he still doing this? And Tom Brady's like, oh, this is the guy that's making it happen.
This is the guy. Look, I'm proof.
Yeah, and then
my shit hurt, now it doesn't.
Now it doesn't. And hey, Gronk, you're super injured. Want to come, like, this guy help you out? And Gronk's like, dude, I feel like $1 million. And then Bill Belichick's like, no, I am in charge of everything. Don't ever let this guy in the building ever again.
Yep.
Evil empire.
And that's like
a guy he just like chokes out for saying like something very nice to.
Yes, exactly. When he after all that, when Kraft was talking about how Brady went to his house, which that was also reported, and I always wondered, I'm like, what was that conversation like?
Yeah.
And he was like, I decided to part ways. Immediately breaks down, and then seeing him go to Tampa with Gronk and win a Super Bowl, that was the first time where I was like, that's awesome.
Vibes.
Like, congrats, dude.
Vibes.
Like, yeah, you fucking did that.
That's
good
so,
shit.
yeah.
That's awesome.
I always forget how big that is for Brady.
That is huge.
Yeah, we talked about it last time. It's like he has 7 Super Bowls. No other team has 7 Super Bowls.
Yes, and now 7th is the biggest one.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. One other thing I wanted to highlight just quickly is, and you didn't watch the Deflategate episode, so it didn't. I don't think it hit as hard, but I watched them both in succession: the Deflategate episode and then Super Bowl 51 against the Falcons. That moment of Roger Goodell coming down the steps Brady's there having just pulled off the greatest comeback in probably the history of sports, sitting with his supermodel wife, his daughter, confetti streaming down, just won, wearing the championship shirt, smiling happy. Then there's Raj just being like, hey, congrats, man. That was great.
Yeah.
And then him just being like happy, and then boom, like just thanks.
And then everyone's like, boo.
And then boo. I mean, it was nuts because that was like
This is the sweetest.
unequivocally the sweetest. Like he got dragged.
Yeah.
Like Goodell literally was like, no, I'm gonna kill this guy.
I know.
4 games. Ray Rice got
4
suspended
games.
half of it for beating his wife on camera.
4 games and then like petrified of losing his job.
Yes.
Another backup quarterback.
It wasn't just 4 games. It was like
Yeah.
psychological torture
Right,
because
yeah.
of the situation he was in. And then he wins
Yep.
in the most insane fashion that year.
Yeah.
And then that fucking moment was just like...
That Super Bowl too. That's the most insane year in sports.
Super Bowl 51 is the most insane sporting event that has ever happened, ever.
That was 2016?
16, 17.
So that was the same year as the...
Cavaliers.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that.
I think, I could be wrong, but I'm
2 of
pretty
the
sure...
greatest comebacks in sports history?
Ever. I think the Cavs were that June, and then we were the following February.
Okay, so with this
So yeah,
2016
the same like
season.
season-ish. Yeah, I think. I could be wrong. It could be right after each other. But yeah, crazy.
Damn,
crazy
son.
Times. Crazy times. So that's my review on the doc. Mixed emotions, I'd say. I'm still just like, wow, that was just way worse. All of the reports were true.
Way worse. Yeah, I'd give it a...
Yeah, the rating out of 10.
7.3.
If The Last Dance is a 10, and it is for me,
Not for me.
I think Last Dance is just brilliant filmmaking. The Last Dance is a 10 for me. I would give this a 7.
Okay, this was like a... For
Honestly,
me,
it left a lot on the table.
for me, this was like an 8, and then they did that one Taylor Swift song, 7.3.
So I like Taylor Swift much more than you do. I think whatever her music.
Name
I'm like,
3 of
whatever.
her songs.
Bad Romance. That's Lady Gaga. New Romantics. That's Taylor Swift. Look What You Made Me Do. That was in the documentary. And
Right, you really like her a lot.
I do. I like her. I like her as a person. I think she's great.
I can name more than that.
As I'm
I
saying,
won't.
I forget. My brain's blanking. I don't know why they chose that song.
Yeah, whatever.
You
I
know,
don't
though?
either. Yeah,
I know.
that was
I'm like,
weird.
really? Okay.
That was
And
weird.
then Cardi B started playing. I was like, huh.
Highlight of the documentary.
That
is-
first. I'm gonna go
Oh, I was gonna say Ernie.
Ernie.
Yeah.
Ernie Adams.
Ernie Adams is awesome.
So cool.
He's great.
He literally does remind me of like just a character in a TV show.
He reminds me of the dad from Monsters University, the little octopus guy.
Yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yes, in terms of physical look,
Physical
yes,
appearance.
yes.
Yeah.
He reminds me of like, you watched The Departed? I mean, The Town.
No.
Oh well, The Town. There's like. That's
I'm waiting till Joe Mazzulla shows me when I make the Celtics.
Okay, he's gonna show you The Town. Is
Yeah.
that what he does?
That's
Okay.
his thing. You haven't talked about that?
No.
He loves the town.
As he should. He's the Boston Celtics.
That's the one where they leave the note on the car, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you haven't
yes,
seen it either.
Yes.
No, that's-
I don't really remember that, to be honest, in the movie, but.
Maybe. Well, I haven't seen it.
It's probably.
I haven't seen it.
I always, yeah, it's all time. Anyway, in The Town, there's like an old guy character who's just like in like he's a florist in like,
Okay,
in, like
yeah.
Charlestown, and Ben Affleck goes and he's like I'm gonna leave, and he's like, yeah, I'll cut. He's like nice little old man. He's like, yeah, I'll cut your nuts off just like I did your father. And he just goes back to his like flowers. And I'm like, that's like Ernie Adams
Yeah,
vibes.
yeah.
That's the vibes he gives me.
Yep.
Like especially at the end where he was like, yeah, Tom was old.
How do Bill Belichick and Ernie, maybe Ernie a little bit more,
He's literally the Prestige.
but
if you
how
ever
do
watched
they
that movie.
how do they not have hearts to be like Tom Brady? We're just gonna let you stay just because
None.
we love you.
None.
No, let's force like
None.
if you're not doing the job,
None.
you're not gonna play.
You should watch The Prestige.
I don't know how. Like I asked you this earlier. How has anyone loved Bill Belichick besides like emotionally?
Emotionally, imagine being in a romantic relationship with that person.
Couldn't.
How does that happen?
Couldn't.
And I mean, he
couldn't,
got
couldn't.
divorced. Like
Maybe his barrel chest would get me
That's true.
through a lot of things.
Just putting your head on that
Yeah.
after a rough day.
That'd be nice.
That'd be nice. All right, move on.
Yeah, Patriots
Anything else?
documentary.
Patriots documentary. Maybe I'll have some more refined thoughts next week or
Yeah.
whenever we film next. But for now, that's sort of where I'm at.
Bring back the old jerseys,
the old like
old jerseys,
old,
90s jerseys.
like blues.
Honestly, any of the jerseys that aren't the ones we have
I
now.
don't love. I really
hate
don't
the
like
ones we have
those.
now.
I really don't like them, especially because they.
Which ones? The old blue ones?
No, the ones we have now.
Oh, hate them.
Especially because they are
Garbage.
mean garbage as well.
Yeah.
They mean we're garbage. If we're
That's what I'm
wearing
saying.
those,
We're
they're
garbage, and the jerseys are garbage.
Yeah. Really
Time
bad.
for a switch up. I think we're due next year. There's like a
3 years. So yeah, right.
Yeah.
3 years we can be. Tom Brady's just the greatest.
Yeah, he
The best. All right, moving on to the Patriots free agency. Knee deep in NFL free agency, the Patriots have done not much.
Not much,
Not
but
much.
what we had to do.
So for me,
Yes.
I am a fan of what the Patriots have done so far in free agency.
Yeah.
I actually think it's been very smart. Dare I say shrewd?
Sure. Say it. Say shrewd.
It's been shrewd.
Okay.
That's a good word.
It is a good word that I know exactly what it means. I could define it with ease.
In a heartbeat.
Yes,
Yeah.
but I won't.
I won't bear.
I won't even attempt.
First of all, we actually gave Kendrick Bourne some money. We paid a wide receiver.
Right. That's one
Plus-
thing that we like. He'd be out of here if Bill was still around.
Out of here. He'd be so out of here.
Maybe even like that's what I think the first step was: re-sign our guys,
Re-sign our guys.
and then go from there.
There are guys.
There are guys. Bring
Re-sign
them
them.
in. Bring
Re-sign
them in.
them. Great.
Maybe the Red Sox could take a page out of that book.
Don't get me started on those. Awesome
So we
guys.
re-signed who was already here?
We re-signed Kendrick Bourne,
Onwenu,
Onwenu, and Hunter Henry.
Hunter Henry,
3 guys who I'm like, yeah,
Anthony.
wouldn't hate having those guys around. Then on the defensive side of the ball, Anthony Jennings, who's a good player. Josh Uche, who came out, who I've always been like, there's some crazy stat where he is our first round rookie to be signed to his second deal since like Deron Harmon,
That
who was
is
drafted in like 2013.
wild. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So that's pretty
All right.
bad.
Sweet.
And he's nothing special. He's
No,
just a good
a
player.
guy.
Yeah. But that being said, Uche came out and said like, I would die for Gerard Mayo.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I
Love
am
it.
saying here, he could have got more. He took like $8 million.
Love it.
Actively could have got more. We signed KJ Osborne. I don't really know much about KJ Osborne. I mean, I obviously know who he is, but what I thought, I was like, oh, nice little signing. Looked in the comments, like I was telling you, Vikings fans have sort of a love-hate relationship with this guy. Apparently, this guy stinks.
Yeah.
So KJ Osborne might be horrible.
No, I mean I have picked him up before in fantasy football,
That's
which
huge.
is not something I often do with Patriots players. So
That's something.
that is something.
That's something.
That's something.
That's something. I will be looking into him more, but I have a feeling this guy, might have caused some angst for Vikings fans. So
I also have a feeling he's not going to change the team much. Not going to elevate the wide receiver room much.
what's crazy is he might not make the team.
Right.
Yeah.
He might not.
Yeah.
He very well might not.
Yeah. So we re-signed Jalen Rager, who actually showed some flashes here and there. He had that punt return.
Right.
Towards the end of the season, Austin Hooper, who was a good player, scored against us in the touchdown
in the Super Bowl,
like
a couple years ago. Yeah.
Probably the one I'm actually the most fired up about is Taki Taki.
Taki.
Yeah, he's a
Taki
good
Taki.
player.
Yeah.
Another Browns guy. He's a really good player. He's
Yep.
just like a dog middle linebacker. Pumped to have him re-signed.
Fun to say as well.
Taki Taki.
Taki
Great.
Taki.
Sacked by Taki Taki.
We also
Also,
signed the next Christian McCaffrey,
I'm pumped about that. That's going to be huge. The James White role.
the James White role.
Antonio Gibson. I mean, yeah, come on board. I don't have much to say about Antonio Gibson other than he could maybe be a James White.
We haven't signed anyone that's been good.
No.
I'll say that.
No. We signed Brissett, who in my opinion is like maybe the perfect bridge quarterback out there. I'm
Yeah.
a huge fan of him for
Okay.
what they're going to ask him to do. Now, what they did.
But bridge for like not draft a quarterback.
No. Like,
Teach.
Teach. Because I just think he's a great guy.
Okay. That's all that
Based
matters.
on his interviews. What we did not do is sign Calvin Ridley for 4 years and $92 million.
Correct.
I'm pumped about that.
I don't want him.
I don't want him at all.
Okay.
I don't want him for $92 million.
No.
I wanted him because I'm like, yes, I would like a wide receiver. The Titans came in and said, we're going to give this guy $92 million. By all means, go and give Calvin
Titans
Ridley.
are dumb.
Super dumb. Go give him $92 million. We're not paying that. I love that we did not overspend for.
He's
going
gonna be awesome. He's gonna be so good.
Yeah, I mean, with Will Levis throwing the ball,
He's gonna be great.
probably. But he's 29. He's the same age as Amari Cooper, which is absurd.
Really?
Because they both
I
went
thought
to the-
Amari Cooper was 500 years old.
both went to the same college and
Yeah,
never played
that's
on the
right.
same team.
That is true.
And both the same age. And Amari Cooper's like Hall of Famer, like probably not, but like
No.
Hall of Very Good.
Hall of very, very
Calvin
good.
Ridley is like, okay, he's fun. So I'm fine. I don't need to overpay for Calvin Ridley. I actually think they've done a really good job. T. Higgins has been another name floated. Again, he just got franchise tagged and did officially request a trade.
34th pick. What's the pick we have? 35.
And then second round, again, my chair,
Okay,
sorry.
cool.
It's,
Our pick in the second round this year
is basically a first round
for
pick.
T Higgins.
For T. Higgins, I think that's too much. I think
Okay.
that's too much.
All right.
My question
I would do
is,
it.
You would give a second round pick for T. Higgins.
Yeah.
I would give a third.
Okay. Well, yeah, I would also give a third because like
Well,
if
I
I'm
know.
gonna give a second, I'd give a third.
I know.
But like if I'm drafting a quarterback, I would do it.
Okay. Okay. All All right.
I just want a guy.
I know you do, and that's not a crazy thing to say at all. I just think at that point, it's.
I don't think it's gonna win us a Super Bowl. I don't think he's gonna be a guy like coming in. It's like, but no, there's no team that brought in an elite.
Well, the Eagles.
Did they win a Super Bowl?
I know, made it though.
Okay, well,
Made it.
we're not trying to make it.
Made it. I
We're
know.
trying to win it.
I know, but that really switched.
No, I actually probably wouldn't. I probably wouldn't give up a second round pick because I think we're so early in this rebuild stage, and everyone's trying to get on the Super Bowl train once again, which obviously I am as well. But I think it's more about playing the long game here, which is annoying, and I don't have a lot of patience.
Yeah, me neither.
But it would probably be more useful to use that second round pick on someone that could last us a while longer and be cheaper.
Very high, cheaper, very high second round pick. Where again, we don't even have a quarterback, so we're very early into this rebuild, and I don't need to be throwing boatloads of money at pretty good wide receivers.
Right.
You know?
No, he could be really, really good.
He could be. He's got the talent to be. Everyone's like he could be. He's almost a 3. I'm like, well, I think he has the talent to be a 1. He was a 1 at Clemson. He's really good. He just plays behind Jamar Chase.
Right, and he's been kind of banged up, and Joe Burrow's been banged up, and it's just been like a weird couple of years.
Yeah, really athletic.
But he has showed signs of being like a top tier wide receiver.
Yeah, I would give a 3rd. I wouldn't give anything more than that for T. Higgins. Other than that, as it pertains to the draft, which we have almost like about a month.
That's crazy.
Which
yeah,
is
we're gonna have to rip out some more mocks now that.
Oh yeah.
The what's it called? Landscape has changed.
The landscape, yes, has changed. I think there's absolutely a case to be made that the Patriots should just draft Marvin Harrison at 3,
and then just go from there, figure it out,
and then just take a flyer on one of these guys in the 2nd or 3rd round. And I know it's like I don't think they're going to. I'm pretty positive they're going to take a quarterback, but especially because they haven't done anything in free agency. But Drake May and Jaden Daniels, I haven't gone as into them yet that I would like to. I have listened to a lot of guys talk about them now at this point.
Yeah.
There are like glaring red flags with both of these guys, you know? And I know that's just how it is.
Everyone has red flags.
I know. And so I wouldn't mind if there wasn't Marvin Harrison, who I'm like 100% sure is going to be really, really good. And again, ooh, bless you.
Damn.
And again, it's like, well, he could be a bust. And it's like, math tells me in the last 10 years he will not be a bust.
Okay.
Because every wide receiver that's like a top 5 out of college is good. Every single one.
Okay, so do you want to tell me this? Would you, if you're gonna draft Marvin Harrison?
Yes.
I know you want JJ McCarthy, but say that it's not possible.
I don't think it's going to be.
Okay.
So yeah.
Would you rather then roll with Jacoby Brissett for this next year, and then draft who? Shador? Or try and sign a quarterback for a huge deal?
Well,
Kirk Cousins?
No, never.
$200 million deal?
Never that. I think they will. I think we should absolutely draft a quarterback at some point in the draft, no doubt.
Okay, so.
And so I want him to learn. But I'm saying, like, hey.
I think the quarterbacks could fly this year.
Fly
like off the draft.
All in the
off
first
the board.
round.
Fly off the board. Yeah.
Me too, because it always happens.
Yeah.
But like Bo Nix, as much as everyone shits on him, all he's done last season was be the most productive quarterback in college football.
Very accurate.
Jaden Daniels.
Yeah.
And again, it's like I'm watching this documentary. Obviously, you can never say the next Tom Brady. Tom Brady's a 5th-year senior. You know what I mean?
Okay. Well, now we're just.
I know, but I'm like, it's. And I wasn't even saying he's gonna be Tom Brady. I'm just saying he could be good. Like it's just because he's old.
He also played so many games, which is great.
And so is Jaden Daniels.
We also saw him play so many games which he was terrible in.
Yeah, true. He's played a lot of games.
Yeah.
But now most recently it hasn't been. It's been amazing. So all I'm saying is I will happily talk myself into a Bo Nix, Marvin Harrison.
I would too.
Now I think JJ is going to get drafted like way higher than he should. Mm-hmm. Originally I was like, dude, 2nd round pick on JJ McCarthy, absolutely.
Yeah.
He's gonna be gone by then, which is insane, and there's a chance they're all gone by then. So
well, we could always trade up.
Could always trade up. I'd be shocked by that. That being said, it's kind of like let's just take a quarterback. I'm really not. I like Drake May more than I like Jaden Daniels, simply because I saw a stat that said Jaden Daniels like takes the most sacks of anyone, and that's like a horrible red flag.
Right.
But I mean, there's.
I am in on Drake May. I'm also a UNC guy, but
right.
I think if we just figure out the quarterback thing as soon as we can, because like teams that have drafted quarterbacks that don't pan out, like
Yeah.
And if we bring in a good wide receiver and then waste him with like Ryan Tannehill back there, tricky. Like AJ Brown, and then he goes and signs somewhere else, it's like, well, that was awesome. He's going to be a Hall of Fame wide receiver for some other team.
Yeah.
I'm in on Bo Nix too. I don't know.
There's a lot.
There's a lot.
I'm gonna probably try and refine it to like what I want in the next couple of weeks.
I also think Marvin Harrison, as good as he is and as good as he's been hyped up to be,
Who's throwing the ball?
But also like, is it crazy to just draft another one of these elite wide receivers?
There's a bunch.
Like Rome Odunze is awesome.
Really good.
There's a lot of these guys that we could get early second round, trade up to get in the late first round.
A.D. Mitchell out of Texas.
Yeah,
really good.
Really fast.
Xavier Worthy is the fast
one.
Yeah.
A.D. Mitchell's the taller one.
Yeah.
Okay, I would love him.
Yeah, me too.
And Drake May. Like
I think
I'd rather have Drake May
and A.D. Mitchell
than Bo Nix and Marvin Harrison.
Okay.
Because I think you can hit a wide receiver like that more likely than a second round quarterback.
How good do you think Pop Douglas can be?
How good do I think he could be?
Yeah, I'm talking ceiling.
Ceiling?
Wide receiver 1?
He's fast.
I say he could be. I think he can.
I don't know if he has the hands for it.
I know.
I don't think he has the hands for it.
It's tricky because he was the only bright spot on the Patriots this year.
Right.
And so I'm like, how bright was it really? Was everything else horrendous?
I don't think he could catch enough balls to be wide receiver 1. If it was like, who will be the best? Who would be the best
Slot.
bubble screen catcher and runner?
Right.
Pop Douglas.
Right.
But I don't know. Like, he's not going to be Tyreek Hill.
No, he's not.
He can't catch the ball like Tyreek Hill does. He's not big enough. He could be whatever that your comparison of that is.
Yeah, it doesn't exist.
John Ross.
Yeah. Oh, God, no. He was horrible. I think he can be really good. I think him paired with a taller guy would be really good. Would be really ideal.
I don't think he'll
be a great wide receiver too.
I don't think in 10 years we'll be like, dude, Pop Douglas. Like this was so fun to watch.
Like the way we talk about like Edelman. No,
definitely not Edelman. Not even Amendola.
Okay. See, I think he could be Amendola.
I don't think he could be.
Obviously,
Amendola. You have a quarterback that can. Right. But I don't think he'll be like any of these.
It's tricky. It's tricky to even compare. But like, I think he can be a really solid wide receiver too. I think.
Okay.
I think he can be that next year. Honestly.
Who's the wide receiver 1?
That's the question.
Yeah, we don't have anyone to catch the football right now.
Yeah.
Besides KJ.
They should just draft. They should draft as many wide receivers as
what?
they can.
Why can't we just get all the draft picks?
Good question.
What if we traded all of our current players for draft
Presti
picks?
almost did that.
Can we start over?
Not crazy.
I don't want a single player on my roster.
Not crazy.
Just give me all of it. Just give me. Nope. Don't even care.
Brissett.
Don't even want him.
I need you.
I want no veteran leadership at all.
None.
I mean, none of these guys have been to the Super Bowl. But
Jacoby Brissett
now has.
Jacoby Brissett has.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Good player.
Great player.
16. Okay.
What else is going on in the NFL?
Steelers have traded for Russell Wilson and Justin Fields.
Oh, Mac Jones is gone. We didn't talk about that.
We did not talk about
We have been freed of Mac Jones.
We have been freed of Mac Jones, a player who, when he was drafted, I was irate the moment it happened.
Yep.
Then I quickly talked myself into him because great dude, by all accounts, whatever. Well, criminal.
Yeah.
Alleged.
No, not alleged.
Arrested criminal.
Yes.
I don't know. I wanted to root for Mac Jones very much so.
You just wanted to see.
Of course.
Yes,
I wanted my team to be good.
Which you did say on the podcast that he would throw like 40 touchdowns.
That was
a thing you said.
Hyperbolic. And I was like.
But it was something you said.
I was excited.
Right. And I said,
what did
I
say? Jones, and you said, you're insane.
No way, Joseph.
You said, no way. And then the minute they started playing football, this was 2 years ago now.
Yeah.
I was like, this guy is not the answer. We were very ahead on that, Mac Jones. So cashing in the check, Mac Jones was never going to be the successor to Tom Brady in New England.
You're cashing that check.
I'm cashing that check.
You never said that.
I never said that, but like, I in so many words I did.
Okay. I think, all right.
I was as anti-Mac Jones as it got.
You were not as anti as I was.
I know. Well, I was pro for like a summer. I was literally pro for a summer.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll cash the check and you can be there.
All right, fine. I'll be there. I'll just go with you. I'll drive you to the bank.
I'll give you like a third of the check.
All right, good. Whatever. That guy is gone.
Going back to his hometown.
Going back to his hometown. Have fun, Mac. Thanks, I guess. Whatever.
I don't know.
Got some funny memes.
Funny memes. The crying ankle thing was awesome.
Been a painful last 3 years.
It's been great to have him as an excuse.
Oh yeah, we've got
because there's been a lot of shit going on, and we've been like, Bill Belichick is making this is the best defensive team Bill Belichick's had with a bunch of bums.
Yep.
And Mac Jones is ruining it.
Yeah.
That's been fun.
Yeah.
But going back to his hometown, probably going to compete for the starting job.
Hey, crazy how similar of numbers they have.
Yeah, I know.
Remarkable.
I know.
Remarkable.
Who also is your guy?
Yep, I know.
Both your guys in the same city.
Well, not my guy.
Okay.
Not my guy. Never been my guy. G-Law is my guy.
You know what? I'm in on Mac Jones now.
Okay.
I'm in now.
Okay.
I think he's going to be a great backup. Because he's going to come in and be like terrible.
That's not a great backup.
That's what backups do.
No, they're not.
They're great for 1 or 2 games.
Right.
And then you either have to get hurt,
Okay.
or
Or
you suck again, and then no one pays you to be a starter.
True. Fair.
That's what Mac Jones is going to do. He's going to come in. He's going to come in against like the Raiders and throw 2 touchdowns,
Mac Jones pretty good.
212 yards.
Mac Jones pretty good.
Look at this guy.
Let's not. Well, the team's probably going to take a flyer on this guy next year.
And then he plays the next round. No, like the next game he has like 1 pick, 1 touchdown. Maybe like 25
He's an
rushing
NFL
yards.
quarterback for sure.
Yeah, he's doing his job.
Of course.
They lost, but it was a close game.
Oh, now Trevor Lawrence is back.
No, not Trevor Lawrence is back
Okay,
yet.
you think
and then,
he's bad.
And then you play the Chiefs.
Oh, and he's bad.
And he throws 3 interceptions.
He's bad.
Yeah.
But I think he's going to do
twice.
the Mitch Trubisky thing where, like, Mitch Trubisky got signed by the Steelers and was like, he's going to start for us.
For the Jaguars?
No.
Oh.
No, I think he's going to, like, get
do that with another
team.
I don't think so.
Next year.
I don't think so. I mean, if Justin Fields can't start for a team.
Yeah, so what are the Steelers doing over there?
I think they're just like, let's get as many guys as we can.
What is going on?
And then something will happen.
What is going on?
I think they
what
let.
Are they
I think they let.
over there?
I think they let George Pickens just be like, you do whatever you need, because George Pickens will just be like, I want this, I want that, I need that.
As you should. He's a great player.
He's great.
They were scraping playoff contention last year with below average quarterback play. They now have a top 10 quarterback in Russell Wilson. And
top 10, huh?
Justin Fields. Russell Wilson is a top 10 quarterback. He was last year.
Okay.
And you fools on the internet do not seem to think so.
Okay.
So just watch.
I could buy that.
He's like number 10.
Okay.
He is
Is he better than Jalen Hurts?
He's probably no.
Okay. I don't know, just asking.
He's probably the 10th best quarterback in the league.
Jalen Hurts has been to a Super Bowl more recently.
That's why Jalen Hurts is better.
Right. In my mind, I flip-flopped it.
Agree.
I agree.
Okay,
cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
No doubt.
I'm actually very intrigued by what they're doing.
Okay. Yeah, it should be interesting.
Some Wildcat stuff for Justin Fields.
That I've thought about this for so long. I don't know if I've aired it on the pod or not. Why not bring in another quarterback and just have him be the running back, and then every once in a while just like toss it?
Is that not what I mean? I would do that.
Two quarterbacks in the backfield.
If I was Mike Tomlin, I would do that like 7 times a game.
That's like when the Ravens had like 3 Heisman winners on the backfield.
Mark
Ingram.
Now they're gonna have another one with Henry.
Derrick Henry, who is washed. I
washed,
openly am saying he's washed and gonna have a bad season. That's my first take of the year.
Goal line though.
First take of the year. Goal line might be awesome.
Goal line.
Might be
awesome. Hey, what are the Chargers up to?
Let's just get rid of everyone.
Everyone.
We brought in a new coach. I got this young quarterback. What if you can't throw it to anyone?
Best I can do is Gus Edwards.
Best I can do is Gus Bus.
Best I can do is Josh Palmer.
He's really showing you that we're not going to be throwing the ball. We're doing full Michigan thing.
No.
Getting rid of everyone.
No.
Yeah.
You guys have you have cap issues?
You have cap issues?
You're telling me you're paying what's that, $30 million to the wide? Are you serious?
You're paying wide receivers here?
They're gone.
Get the hell out of here.
They're all gone.
Get the hell out of here.
They're all gone.
And
No, we
way,
don't have to. They're gone.
By the
They're
way,
gone.
we're trading up for Blake Corum.
Keenan. Yes. He will be our bell cow.
Yeah.
Keenan Allen had the best season of his career last. Did I
Get
stutter?
him the fuck out of here.
There's the door.
Yeah.
I don't want him. You guys have wide receivers. Do you have the depth chart slot for wide receivers?
Yeah.
Don't.
Where is Keenan Allen playing?
The Bears.
The Bears.
Not Bears. So the Bears currently have Caleb Williams, most likely, quarterback. DeAndre Swift, running back. Mm-hmm. Keenan Allen, wide receiver 1. Mm-hmm.
Cole Kmet
at the tight end. They also DJ Moore. And then they have this other
Don't forget
that's pretty good at wide up. So interesting.
What's his name's brother? Equinemius St. Brown.
Equinemius St. Brown. Is he still over there? I don't know what he's up to nowadays.
I think he might be.
He was last I checked, but who's to say?
Not I.
Not I.
Yeah, I don't know. The Bears loading up.
I'm intrigued.
So it's all on Caleb if it fails because they got him some weapons.
Yep, there you go. The Commanders are building something over there. They've spent a lot of money. Yeah.
Which we can't doubt because that GM they brought in is supposed to be a wizard. So I'm sure that's going to work out.
I think we might have our own wizard in New England. I think Elliot Wolf might be a little bit of a wizard.
We were just shitting on him like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Well, I said he was the son of Ron Wolf, so there's some.
Well, we were like, how the fuck do we not have a GM?
Oh yeah, that was Yep. Well, that was before he.
And then he was like, I'm gonna take over the powers, kind of, and we were like, damn it.
We were like, oh.
You were like, no. That was when you were like, he hasn't drafted a single good player in 3 years.
None.
And now he's a wizard.
Well, he might be.
He could be a wizard.
I've liked here's the thing. Ever since post Belichick, every single thing he has done, just about, I have liked. I can't say I have
not much.
I have loved everything. I mean, staff moves as well.
Okay.
I can't say I've loved all of them, but I've liked all of them.
Yeah, it's gonna be a couple of years to see where this rebuild's at. Because if we win 2 games next year, you can't be surprised. we can't because
I
it's a
will-
rebuild.
I will be shocked.
I will be shocked as well because 2 games is not a ton.
That's
If we-
not- that,
if we-
would, that would be bad.
But like if we clearly miss the playoffs, like it's not like a shock because we are rebuilding.
Not at all.
No.
Not at all. Need our defense to be good though. All right, that's all I got on the Patriots, I think, and
Yeah.
on everything, and on this podcast because you got to get yourself to the airport.
Oh right, what time is it?
7:42.
I do have to leave.
Got to hit the road.
Yes.
Got to hit the road.
All right.
Well, thanks for joining us on this special LA
Really gonna take this in this last moment.
episode. Really? What are you?
Well, I just like I'm going back. We're gonna be virtual. I
Okay,
need to
yeah.
feel this for like because I'm gonna forget this face.
All right. Luckily, the camera's overheating. It's giving us a
Okay,
warning,
cool.
so we got to wrap this up.
Gotta wrap it up. Shout
Thanks for
out
joining
to.
Allstate.
Nah, fuck Allstate.
All right. Hey,
Fuck
those are our
Allstate.
sponsors.
Fuck Allstate.
Thanks for joining us.
That was episode.
We'll catch you in the next
59.
episode.
The Wagon
The
Show.
Wagon Show, presented by Discover.
Geico.